What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Do me a quick favor. Let me know my mic has been acting crazy. Let me know if I sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. What's up, everybody? So, it's the big episode. It's episode 200. Can't believe I've been doing these already for 200 installments, but it's here. And of course, I could not do any of this without you guys tuning in. Are you ready for some Lyles Figure Files? Let's get to it. Let's do it. Let's see who's here in the chat kicking off the celebration. Let's see what's up. Kindred 1998 coming through. Have you seen the new images for the Superpowers line by McFarlane Toys? It's a 3-pack. It comes with a Peacemaker, Judo Master, and Vigilante, probably due to the success of the Peacemaker show. Absolutely, I think that is probably the case, and it's a pretty cool looking set of figures here. And let's see, let's break them down real fast here. We got Peacemaker, he looks good. Judo Master looks really good. If I remember correctly, he was scheduled for the line. Maybe so was Vigilante, but we've got them here in this vintage style. Peacemaker looks cool. Whenever we see some more Charleston heroes like Captain Atom and Blue Beetle, yeah, those would be cool. The Question, Nightshade, throw all them in there. But really nice looking figures, although a little bummed out about these fists on Vigilante. Not so much about Judo Master. He's got the karate chop hand. That's useful and helpful. Peacemaker does come with the CE and a clutching hand so he can grab onto his theoretical gun that will not come in this pack, but really cool 3-pack setup. Peacemaker, Judo Master, and Vigilante. Not a terrible price point, $29.99, about $10 a figure. That's a really good deal. I love the price point on these figures coming very soon in November, but knowing Todd, that'll probably come a lot faster than that price. So let's see what's going on with it. And Kidget also asks, is anybody that does wrestling done a figure of Marty Jannetty? I learned about him on Dark Side of the Ring, and he's Shawn Michaels' old tag team partner, and Al Snow's old tag team partner as well. And 123 Kids tag team partner champion. And Shawn never actually won the WWF tag titles. So here you go. Mattel did these guys part of their Legends line. This is not what you would actually get for your Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. This is the GameStop exclusive Shawn Michaels in Rockers attire. I popped the head off my original Rockers Marty Jannetty just because I felt like this was more indicative of how they would look during that era as one of the most exciting tag teams in the WWF. But Mattel did make them. I think Marty Jannetty right now is super expensive to find on eBay, but just because I want to make sure that I'm not saying that incorrectly, let's see how much he is going for right now on eBay. I have my thoughts he's going to be expensive, but let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's affordable again because I still need another Marty Jannetty head so I can put him on my other one. So see what they've got here with this price. All right, so there's one. $195 for that 2-pack, $475 for mint on card pack, $428, $300, $341, $148. That might be the best price, but it looks like those are just two Shawn Mike. No, that's three. $194. Yeah, that's going to be expensive. So hopefully someone will make another Marty Jannetty figure that we can use to work with this because that's too much just for Marty Jannetty head. So yeah, that's not going to work. Wookie Sasquatch, what's up? Congratulations on 200 episodes. Thank you so much. I may need to put this out for the rest of the show. Thursday nights are now being invaded by the NFL with Thursday Night Football. I'm game, unless there's a Niners one, of course, to do these on Thursday nights. But if you're a diehard NFL fan and would love to see this show on a different night, maybe Tuesday night, that's a free one, let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Uncarded Reviews, what's going on? This is where the fun begins. Thank you so much. And yes, love that line, of course, especially with this week's reveal. After Child's in the building, what's going on? Tomorrow's a big day, and that is not a pun. We'll see the HasLab Giant Man, see how much he is, and I hope they're going to execute this and make the price not high, but who's excited for that? Me. And hopefully High Pockets is not too high. Sorry, it's an old school bad Avengers joke. James Green's in the building. What's going on, James? Hello, Thursday night crew. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. All right. 200 show. Way to go, Jeffrey. Thank you, James, and really appreciate you always coming through, as well as the Wednesday night Lyles Movie Files crew, Aspen Child 80s, yourself, of course, Ryan, Blake Tarpley, of course, the whole gang. Robert's Infinite Realms is here as well. Happy 200th early, my man. Thank you so much, Robert. Always appreciate seeing you here in the chat as well. Ryan Daly's here. What up, world? What's up, my friend? And 80s kid from the 90s. Happy 200th. Thank you again, my friend. Nolan's in the building. Hey, Jeff, congrats on 200. Thank you so much, Nolan. In Afton Child's bringing out the band. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's do it. G Brew. Hey, Jeff. How you doing? In best Joe Pesci voice. And see, I read that and I was hearing Joey Tribbiani, but yeah, exactly. Got to rock with him. Northern Nomad. What do you call Congressman getting together? Smoking dope. 200. Mason Carroll. Yes. Happy 200. Thanks, Mason. Blake's in the building. Congrats, Jeff. 200. Woohoo. I should have brought up my Homer Simpson. That would have made more sense for this big show. Jay Woods is here. Happy 200, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jay. Afton Child. Thank you, my friend. Happy 200. Jamelin Parks is here. What up, though? Superpowers figure. I know. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Blake says Peacemaker can hold a giant gun from McFarlane 7-inch extra gun packs. They've even got some colored ones now, and that's kind of fun to see those with the wacky pink and green splatter on the back. Kind of like that. Skew Raider, what's going on? Congratulations. Thank you. Jace is in the building. Happy 200, bro. Thank you, bro shot. And we'll be approaching 300 episodes of Lyles Movie Files. 2 more episodes, so make sure you're here on Wednesday. We'll have the big celebration, some cake, some sparkling cider, and do it up really big. Then it's kind of stupid DC figures don't come with guns, especially violent characters like that. It's like, what are we doing? I always think it's weird that they do these characters and then go, sorry, these super violent characters that we decided to make figures of can't have their guns, which is just really odd and weird to me. So yeah. G Brew, my local Ollie, just got in a bunch of Hasbro McFarlane figures. Black Panther 2-Wave, Black Series Archive stuff, which ones, and the Endless Winter Wave from DC Multiverse, among others. My buddies, my local DMV crew, were telling me about this, that they got these DC Multiverse figures. That's exciting. I'm wondering what else they'll get from this wave, too, because I'd love to see more Multiverse figures at Ollie's, because they have good stuff, cheap. Kelly Cox is in the building. Hey, Jeff, happy 200. Thank you so much, Kelly. 80s kid from the 90s says, we need that Black Series character from the ending of Ahsoka Part 4. Speaking of, I cannot wait till Part 5. My brother said it's going to have a limited theatrical release, which means it's going to blow my mind. Hopefully the rest of yours, because I've been excited about Ahsoka so much. Jay says, after watching that Dark Side of Wrestling, I doubt we'll get another Marty Jannetty. Well, yeah, if nothing else, we can have him take Shawn Michaels' head through the window this time. Jay, you, NFL, have NFL, my NFL Tuesday, NFL night, NFL vote, NFL. Thank you. Stella, 138. Hey, Jeff, are you doing a live in Marvel HasLab? You absolutely better believe it. I think the second after I put my order through, assuming it's not $800, I'm going to come on and do a live, because you all know how much I have been talking about this HasLab, and I cannot wait to go press order, purchase Giant Man HasLab from Marvel, and I can't wait to get this figure. So I know it's going to be way down in 2024 before I actually put him at the center of my Avengers display, but yeah, I'm going to be here, and they're really going to have to botch it, and I know that's impossible for Hasbro's Marvel Legends team. We're going to act like that Justice New Warriors member completing the team did not get done. They're going to knock this out. I'm confident and very hopeful it's going to happen with no problem. Robert, I'm hearing Giant Man is the same price as your EP secret. I would, in an episode I'm read that totally wrong, like thinking in old school, let me buy the CD that's only got 5 songs. But that would be a very great price. I would be happy with that. A joint session. What? That's pretty funny. Omega 579 is here. Hey, what's happening? Happy 200. Thank you so much. Lomo Musician. What's up, Jeff? So happy HasLab Ghost went above and beyond funded. Let's talk about that. Yeah, because it was looking really, really doubtful for a minute there. It was like, is this going to get funded? Are we going to see the whole team or not? But yeah, we actually did see them. And this Ghost is now, we all know it is fully all the way funded. So that means we're getting Ezra, we're getting Zeb, we're getting Kanan along with Hera. And this was the wildest HasLab that reached conclusion that I think I've seen. I know we're all expecting that surge to come through in the last few days. And the way things were going before Labor Day weekend, it was like maybe that surge will be strong enough that we can get Kanan. Because it was like dragging. The thing sold and funded within that first weekend. And then it was just dragging to a crawl. And it felt like, you guys got that 8,000. Let's get to 11,000 to get Ezra. And then it was just like, sorry. But then over time, we got Ezra finally, we got Ezra, came through, no problem. And it was like, well, Kanan's in the distance. Will he get there? And so we finally got Kanan. And then it was like, well, this momentum seems to be going pretty strong. Is Zeb on the horizon? And he was. And not only did we get the 17,000 backers needed to get Zeb, the thing got funded so far that it got 21,768 backers. That is wild because it's like, geez, well, if you guys could have done that, I mean, even with 17,000, maybe you could have tossed in Sabine and Chopper. Just make it a 2-pack. And that way we don't have to go buy 2 other figures after dropping $500 for this thing. But I am really happy for everyone who backed this set. This is really good. And just the sculpting detail on these figures is amazing. And just happy days. I wanted to buy this thing so bad, but it was like, I've got to save the money for the Marvel Legends HasLab. And I kind of feel like we need to have a long sit down with Hasbro and their various teams to be like, hey, listen, we can't have back-to-back crowdfunding projects. It doesn't work for us because our wallets are screaming for mercy. But yeah, really happy. Let me know who all here back that Ghost. Jace. Green Man is here. Now that we're getting Wonder Woman, we need to get a classic, or at least what we think of when we think of Green Arrow. Is Robin Hood look to complete the OG JL. We have so much more to get an OG Justice League. I need a non-techie version of Green Lantern's attire, streamlined, smooth look like. Let's hold on here so I can come up here and bring these figures up to the screen. Yeah, here we go. Back again. All right, so here we got Flash. Amazing figure. Streamlined. They didn't do anything funny, change up anything with his look. This is Flash. Batman. Classic Silver Age version. A little bit too short, but still amazing in his own right. Martian Manhunter. There we go. So we need a Green Lantern who looks just as streamlined and cool like those guys. We need a classic Wonder Woman. I wouldn't mind a classic Black Canary because I kind of really dug JLA Year One where it was Black Canary in place of Wonder Woman with Aquaman, who we still need a version of with the short hair, classic look. Martian Manhunter, Flash, and Green Lantern. Wouldn't be upset with a 2-pack getting them in there too because a Green Arrow, and Black Canary 2-pack makes a lot of sense. We've seen them do that before. Got some bad guys fighting each other. We've got duos like Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. So Black Canary, Green Arrow one, and their classic looks would be really good and really cool to see. Awesome. Yes, sir. All right. Doc Avenger, what's going on? Hey, watching KC versus Lions. Can't believe that HasLab funded the way it did. Didn't think it was going to make it to Zep. Me neither. I really felt like I was going to have to come on here and do a video saying, Hasbro, how did you botch this thing? Why did you set up a whole team and not even have the whole team, but then make the tiers so spread out and so wide? But it came through in the end, and Flying colors, no problem. I feel like this is going to make Hasbro go, hey, what else can we do next time? And Ryan did ask this. I was asking for what you guys wanted to talk about tonight. Ryan Daly said, hey, what do you think should be the next Star Wars HasLab? I was thinking, we've gotten some really classic vehicles on that Black Series, and I know they're going to be so gun shy out of the failure of the Rancor, but I feel like it's time. Maybe we get a vintage collection early in the year, and then around November, December, we come back to a Black Series Star Wars HasLab, not a lightsaber, but a vehicle. So we already got Luke's land speeder. We've got Luke's snow speeder. Why not Luke's ultimate vehicle, his X-Wing? And I feel like that's something they could kind of fudge. I mean, we got pretty big vehicles with that snow speeder and the land speeder. And just the size of the wings is what really makes the X-Wing so much bigger than some of those other vehicles. So why not try that? I feel like that's a vehicle they could realistically kind of get out to us in maybe the $400 range. If this Ghost is $499, shouldn't be as much material. It's really one wing that you're just repeating 3 more times. We got that little small cockpit. Let's have a removable canopy section for R2D2. But I think we can make that work with no problem. So let's give that a shot. Excuse me. Let's give that a shot and make that happen. And then as far as a vintage collection, I feel like the sky's the limit. They're able to do whatever with this. They've done job as sail barge. They've gotten the Ghost now. They got the Razor Crest done. No problem with all of these. I mean, what do you think? Sand Speeder, a Death Star? I feel like whatever they want to try is on the table. I am almost wondering if they wanted to go bold and try something that could possibly have some army building potential as well. Why not try an AT-AT? I feel like they've done so much stuff. They could do a souped up vintage collection HasLab style AT-AT that they could maybe not make $500, so people would be convinced to buy 3, maybe 4. They could afford them 5. Have the whole house scene set up. Maybe have General Veers as a tier, some snow troopers, and then maybe some Rebel Alliance figures in there as well, just to get killed and massacred by these AT-ATs stomping around. I think that could be something they would try for HasLab. Let me know what you guys think. I am also ready for that Giant Man. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with this guy because they have been hyping it for a minute. And I don't know what happened with the planning. I feel like they thought they had more time and they realized, wait a second, we've run out of time. So we got this set up with the part 307. And it was like, hey, do you guys have enough days before this big reveal tomorrow on Friday? And that was really cool seeing all these cool villains that they've worked in throughout the years. Taskmaster, various versions of Ultron, Baron von Strucker, the AIM troops, more Ultrons, Ulick, Zinmu, Thanos, Loki, Yelena Belova. There we go. I'll say it right. Baron Zemo too. Crimson Dynamo, MODOK, Red Skull. Got so many cool villains in here. So we're working out. And then we got this tease that kind of wrapped it up, made it a whole thing where it's like, I need to come on and talk to it. Tune in September 8th, 11 a.m. for something big. And Cap was like, yes, finally you made it. Hawkeye's here. Hulk is stomping for some reason. Iron Man's happy. Black Widow's cool. And then I like how we got the Avengers on one side, the villains, the big bad guys on one side, and now Giant Man arrives. And I can't wait to see what happens, what we're going to get with this. What do you guys want to see with the tiers? I feel like there's so many different ways they could go with this. They go with a smaller 6-inch scale Giant Man size down that fits in more with the Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and Hawkeye and Black Widow. If you want to go with the Earth's Mightiest Hero style, you got a Wasp. You need at least one, but maybe a larger version, smaller versions, multiple small versions of her. Then which way do you want? Lab coat Pym to put on, like maybe have a smaller size down Ant-Man or Giant Man where you could put a lab coat over him, removable head, so you could just do the full Giant Man while he's chilling in the lab working, creating Ultron. Maybe that's a pack in the smaller version. There's so many options, and I can't wait to see what the Hasbro team came up with, what they decided to do, especially how far they're going to go and how deep they're going to go with these tiers. There's so many directions they could go, and I'm really excited to see what they got. G. Bruce says, my Ollie's has Force Awakens Han, A New Hope Chewie, nice. Grand Moff Tarkin, Leia in Disguise from Return, great. I still need that figure. And C-3PO, really good. I like that. Kel, I'm glad you're getting your Giant Man, Jeff. I'm hoping he is 17 inches for $200. That'd be a good height for him. Again, he doesn't need to be looking eye to eye with Galactus or the Sentinel. He needs to be like going up, looking their way, but still tall enough that he's grabbing your Namor, your Hulk figures, fighting the old school villains of the Avengers, maybe the Executioner, Scourge, Baron Zemo, Part 1, Enchantress. Let's do the thing. Somebody mentioned in the comments, and I'm sorry I forgot, Space Phantom. That would be another fun addition, and somebody that would only really work in this HasLab. I feel like the Hasbro Marvel Legends team probably won't go that deep into the cut. There's so many characters they can run with, so hopefully it's just not a bunch of repaints. After Child is awesome to hear the Ghost is finally done. Yeah, I mean, it's wild because it did not look like it was going to get fully funded. Now they can blow the Ghost after it's fully funded. Omega, you're probably right. And I'm just glad that didn't happen yesterday or Tuesday night. Robert, I knew it would hit. Just that last burst would make it. I was shocked, but I know some of y'all had a lot more confidence than I did. If Giant Man goes for 200, there's a good chance there will be 21,000 backers. Jay, I think you're right. I feel like if they would just go, hey, let's ease up on the price. Maybe that Engine of Vengeance was too expensive. Let's make sure we have a win. We can't have multiple back-to-back Marvel Legends HasLabs failing to fund. Giant Man for 200 would fund quickly. He might make the full tier to get him done tomorrow and by Saturday, if no later than Saturday. I think at 200, that's a really reasonable price. And then they can start going, hey, what's tier 5? Can you throw in a 5th tier? Because we got through all these other tiers with no problem. I wonder how fast it would take if he's $200 and they're really desirable tier figures. And I really hope they do not do what we've seen with other ones where it's like, we're going to stretch it out. Here's a silhouette. We'll tell you who the other ones are later. I want them to do just like the Star Wars Vintage Collection team did and say, hey, here's everything right here. We're not going to do this whole week to week. And if it gets to this point, we'll tease the next tier. Just show us everything all at once. I love that approach. Would definitely want to see them doing that. I was super torn, but want Giant Man a bit more. I know. I feel like it's scheduled a little bit better. If we could go, hey, I'll pay for all these HasLabs at the end of the year, I'd be so much more tempted just to get everything. Put it on the card. But yeah, it's terrible. How tall is Galactus? I think Galactus, last time I checked, he was 28 inches. Let me see if I can track that down real fast. I think I remember correctly. That was how much he was. Unfortunately, I don't have a million projects on that front, so I should be able to find that pretty easy. All right, let's pull it up here. How tall is Galactus? Galactus, 30,811 backers. And that guy was not cheap, but they don't have the price tag. I only needed 14,000, but that's impressive to see it double. So let's see here what we got. He was 32 inches. So that's even more than I thought. So if they could have Giant Man for like 18 inches, that would be perfect. Jamin, I agree with you on the back-to-back, but at least they aren't overlapping like they did in 2021. Yeah, that was worse because it was like, what do you guys want me to do? So yeah, for sure. That is absolutely what they need to do. And keep spacing it out, even if they got to do this way they're going. Green Man, oh, that's right. I forgot because I used the Icon Hal Jordan. Small one? Or those Icon figures I need to just go on and do a whole long episode about because, man, and you swap your Aquaman head. Well, which one? Jamelin, JLA Year One is still canon me. I love that story. It was so great. Did you read the follow-up with Brave and the Bold? I love that one too. Just the whole, hey, Barry, can I get some more money? Gotcha. Love that book. Thanks, Ryan. You were on it faster than I was, for sure. G Brew, I have yet to back a HasLab product. The Sentinel was the only one I was actually interested in. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford it at the time. I mostly collect X-Men, Ghostbusters, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Are you getting that sewer layer playset? Because that one, whew, kind of expensive too. Daniel, what's going on, man? Congrats on 200. Thank you so much, my friend. We need Warbird. Carl, even though it reached all the tiers, it was still too expensive. No go for me. I bet the figures will be sold separately sometime. I think they will be, but I think they gave themselves a really credible out here because this is the later season look for those characters. So they could release the entire crew and just go, hey, here's your season 1 and 2 looks for Ezra, Kanan, Hera, Zeb, Sabine, and Fulcrum. So I think they've left themselves a nice window to then go, so aren't you guys sorry that you didn't get the ghost now? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people trying to find this on the secondary market, hoping it's not reaching 700 before they grab it. Brick and Tires in the building. What's going on, my friend? I would love a Black Series Mos Eisley Cantina diorama playset. I'm wondering what the hesitancy is with let's not try these playsets because I feel like a HasLab is a really great environment for that. But I wonder if it's a thing where they can't pack as much detail as they really would need to. The Vintage Collection did give us Jabba's throne room, so I guess they could, or at least they're thinking about it on that front. But I think the Black Series really offers some exciting potential. Yoda's hut, his cave would be a really good Black Series HasLab as well. We're going to have a rainy, muddy R2-D2, maybe some lights in the cavern, some bad, smelly looking food that Luke's going to, maybe this is where we get a better version of Bespin Luke too, because he's in the same outfit anyway, some light up lamps. I don't know, I think that could work. So between the Mos Eisley Cantina, not one where here's one bar set, and here's you're gonna have to buy another one to get a full bar, or full all-out one with some seats, maybe so Han and Greedo can chill and have their little conversation. The circular table where Chewie and Han are listening to Obi-Wan make his pitch. I think that would work. Lomo Musician says, I would love a 6-inch scale Havoc Marauder with new deco Bad Batch crew for Star Wars HasLab. Well, that would be a really cool one too. Damn. And I do have that one with the Clone Wars set. That's a cool one. I like to see an X-Wing for the Black Series. Cool. I'm with you, man. Jibru, I remember being disappointed that the Ghostbusters HasLab was an incomplete Afterlife prototype pack, proton pack. Reading is fundamental, kids. Rather than a classic 112 scale Echo 1 from the first movie, I'd have paid up for that. But you know, they're always going to work their new stuff first. I don't know why that's the case, because I feel like people would spend more for the older stuff. I feel like we're examples of that really well. Ryan, what's up? Yo, happy 200. Cheers to you. Thank you, my friend. Giant Man Tears, Wasp, Jarvis, in a giant-sized lab coat. Yo, Jay, that would be kind of fun if he was like a giant with the lab coat. And he's like, hey, you guys can take it and wear it too. I am so stoked for 11 o'clock tomorrow. Yellow Jacket in a normal figure. Oh, Yellow Jacket Giant in normal figure, says Afton. Doc Avenger. Mandarin and Masters of Evil. Yes, please. Robert says Atlas. Just saying a good tier. You know, I've said this before, they could introduce a streamlined, blank 12-inch buck that they could package in here with him. That would be great because this way it opens up the avenue for so many more figures that they just add on some pieces. I think that would be a really smart way to go with this HasLab. Take advantage of that extra pricing because Giant Man doesn't need to be $300, of course, and $200 might be pushing it if you don't incorporate some new stuff. But yeah, that would work. Rhino 4563, congrats on 200. Thank you so much, Rhino. All right, got that one covered. Definitely not getting the TMNT sewer. It's 3 walls and a floor. I feel like 100 would be too much for that. 300 is utter lunacy. Yeah, G Brew, I don't know what was going on with the price of that. Probably getting business Casey Jones, though. It's all about Casey Jones. Did you like the movie when Stephen Amell played him? I wish he had longer hair, but I kind of dug it. You be playing. Hey, Jeff, congratulations on 200, my dude. Glad I could catch you live. Glad to see you in the building, the virtual one, and virtual studio, too. Ryan says the giant man's here should be Mephisto, Goblin Queen, and David Hellstrom. And I've got an old rant all set for it. Jalen, I forgot about that Brave and Bold book. I didn't realize it was a follow up. Yeah, same creative team and so good. Now, oh man, of course, Barry Kitson didn't do the art for every issue, but it's still really good. I think I'll be ordering that soon. I see a deluxe edition on Amazon. Do it. You will absolutely not be disappointed. It was so good. And I was so mad they didn't keep doing more of them. I kind of feel like World's Finest Batman, Superman is kind of like the successor to it because they really play on that same friendship theme as those books. But definitely check that out. If you get it between now and the next show, let me know what you think. Let's not forget a Doomhead. Blah. I'm still upset about that. Like, yo, you could have done a better Terrax. You could have done a Fire Lord that's kind of big and bulky, but no, Doomhead. Ooh. You be playing the got me for all classified HasLabs, past and future. I'm kind of the same way. It's like, whatever. I have to budget knowing that I'm definitely getting the G.I. Joe HasLab, basically whatever it's going to be every time. I don't think Hasbro or Marvel Disney would be comfortable making a Mandarin figure these days. I kind of wonder if there is a possible way they could do this. So Blake sent me, pull this up here, this Mandarin from this newest, there we go, this newest Alex Ross book, and it looked really great. And I feel like maybe that's a possibility for a way they could do it where it's not super offensive to anyone that would be offended by it. I'll pull it up here. But it really looks cool. And I wonder this is a way they could do that, where we get a cool version of Mandarin and it's not crazy. It's not too wild, but he's got the rings, which is the most important part to him. He got the helmet. I don't know. I wonder if that's a look they could do, or maybe the silver armored look from, the Acts of Vengeance era. Feel like that one is another one that could work without being offensive. But, of course, I'm not going to be the one to say this is not offensive to Asian culture. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm hoping we can get a better version of Mandarin because the one I have is terrible and can't stand barely. Not the real Mandarin. No, says Snowglare. Ken Robinson's in the building. What up, Jeff? Fellow nerds. Oh, you be playing. I cannot wait to get this hiss. I'm like, where is it already? And Pat, Cobra Commander, Destro on there. I wish I had a Colonel Hawk so I could have them fighting on the back. That would be really great. Or Dr. Venom. Dr. Venom. No, they should have done Galactus Robot Punisher. What is Marvel doing? Daniel, I have a haul update for you, my friend. Target Black Widow for 16. What? My mom let me use her points. I can't believe you actually see a Target Black Widow. Shells here in Maryland have none. Loki with Terrasac for 35. Human Torch, no flames. Kanan, Armor, and Elite Squad Trooper. This was a wild week for me. I've been looking. I haven't found anything that I had to buy at the prices that they're going for right now. But yeah, I didn't buy anything this week. It's wild. Hey, all, what do you think about Mattel Creations letting people vote on their next Masters of the Universe project? Funny that you should mention that. I did want to talk about that because I think that is really cool. And I just think that's something that every team should adopt and steal and borrow, whatever way you're going to phrase that. But this is really cool. The Motu team is pleased to announce Eternia's Choice, not Sophie's choice. It's Eternia's Choice. You have the power to shape the next Masters of the Universe crowdfund project by voting for your top 2 choices from the options below. Voting closes on Sunday, September 10th at 11:59 p.m. So vote now. Vote now. Vote now. All right, so here are the options. The attack track, that would be so great to get. You can see here it's got the mini roller for He-Man to come out of. So this would be a massive scaled attack track. I would love that, especially if the attack tracks actually rotate like they did. That'd be really fun to get. Then we got the Doom Tower, another cool option as well. That would be a really cool set and play set. Although I feel like you get a little bit more from the attack track, but a play set is always awesome and welcome. The Fright Zone, this is a really cool option. I mean, we got the Scary Tree, we got the Dragon Head coming through. It's another great option as well. The Horde Crawler Tank. I mean, geez, look at this. We got the Horde Trooper right here. So That would be a great vote. I think I'm going to vote while I do this here. So let's see. I think that would be a cool one. Then the snake lair, so you can get Lady Slither here. The whole snake crew motif. That'd be great. Let's see. Which one do I want to go with? Tie track for sure. Horticulture. Submit my vote. So let's see what happens. I have voted. Great. I've done my civic Motu duty. Let me know what you guys decide to go to. Randall, really enjoying the 89 Batman Batmobile combo. Really like the Keaton figure. When it comes to Hasbro, I'm focusing on G.I. Joe Classified. Only Legends I'm waiting for is the new Vision coming soon. Yeah, and that figure looks good. I can't wait to get a Vision that's actually taller than Scarlet Witch. I'm going to feel very excited about that. A Vision figure that doesn't look like a chump next to Captain America and Iron Man. So very excited about that figure. G. Brew, right here, Harassment Manor from Acts of Vengeance. When he was wearing a business suit, packed with the armored ninja, Psylocke would be maybe passable. Might be pushing it. I don't know. I'm curious about what makes, like, what's the elements that make a Mandarin figure offensive and what they can do to rein it in so he's not. But they want to get my 10 ring villain arch enemy to Iron Man in there. Jamelin, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Did someone say G.I. Joe HasLab? Here, oops, reflex. Oh, man, yeah. Can't wait for this. Waiting on my Dragonfly. I know I've got to wait till next year, but so much G.I. Joe stuff is about to drop. And speaking of G.I. Joe stuff dropping, we got a little teaser on the net. Make sure I give the proper credit. Return of the Nerds Star Wars provided the very first look at the new upcoming G.I. Joe Shadow Tracker. Looks really cool. No loose photos. I kind of wish the first people who would always get these figures would not just show us the box look, but Shadow Tracker looks cool. That mask looks amazing. Cannot quite decipher anything going on in that background. Maybe this is the temple from Return of Cobra or Revenge of Cobra. And this is where we're going to get the big demon fighting, the big stone demon fighting the Cobra snake robot. That'd be cool to get as a HasLab for them too. But yeah, maybe that's a possibility for later. The Snowlet, I voted for the Fright Zone. Always like that. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat those cool play sets. And I wonder what scale we're going to get this for, because I'm game for whichever one. But I'm really, really loving these Masterverse figures right now. I'm just like, every time I'm opening a new figure, I'm like, oh, these are great figures. I went to Target today, saw Ram Man, Whiplash, and Clawful. I'm like, just wait till a sale or till they hit the inevitable clearance. But those figures really look good. And the ones I have, I'm really happy with. I wasn't planning to get this line at all. I was like, no, I've got a really great Masters of the Universe collection. And then they started cranking out great figures. I'm like, well, guess I'm going in for another line. But loving those figures so far. Ryan, Marvel used to publish G.I. Joe comics, so there's a chance tomorrow's reveal will be the Cobra Rattler. I'll take that too. All right, Jalen says I'm voted Attack Track, and I think Slither's there. So many ways to go with it. Ryan, can they make a comic book man-ape if they call him M'Baku? Is the imagery itself still too offensive? See, I'm an old school comic book head, so I'd be like, yeah, that's what he looked like in a comic book. But I'm sure that wouldn't fly either. I don't know what they would do with M'Baku, because it's like, that's his look. I wonder if they just didn't have the cowl, or if they did the cowl and made it like a cloak and called him M'Baku. I wonder if it's the whole black dude in a ape suit that would be too offensive, and then maybe they just did the cowl piece and the cloak. Would that work? I mean, we kind of got that in Black Panther the movie. I don't know. And I feel like we wouldn't get that either. I hate to admit that if they were true, they probably have me, even though they've done 2 already without delivering the first. I know. I really wish they would do a little bit better job with that, where it's like, well, the window for the HasLab is still open. You get to the next one is like, great. Of this quality, I'll buy 2. That part is kind of sticky too. You be playing. My Tell Viper and Trouble Bubble is in the mail from Pulse. I know Pulse on September 5th was like, yoink, yoink. We got your money for the 2 Trouble Bubbles you ordered, player. Look for it in the mail sometime soon. And also of note on that, we're seeing more sellouts, which I don't think is an accident. I think this is them doing what they do sometimes. But we saw this with the last wave of Joes where everything started selling out immediately just in time for them to start popping up on the shelves. So we see now that with the reveals coming up, yeah, a bunch of sellouts. But now, of course, we knew Chuckles was gone. I'm still shocked Tiger Force Flint sold out. The Steel Brigade, Steel Corps is gone. The Fire Team for the His Tank is still available. Tripwire still there. And of course, the Crimson Alley Viper, Mole Rat, and Shooter all still listed as sold out. Firefly, Crimson Alley Viper, the Snow Serpents sold out. But today, or at least the other day, there was a new sellout. And this one was a little bit surprising because he's been there forever. Not the Eels. They've never lasted. But Trouble Bubble's gone. It's sold out now, which is interesting. I wonder if this is just covering all the pre-orders. You got to assume that once people start getting them in hand and showing the photos, people are going to be like, hey, I want to get a Trouble Bubble too, or I want to get more. So I'm really surprised this is gone. I guess this is maybe trying to stoke the flames of FOMO, but I feel like a better way to avoid that is just having them in stock. So as more people start showing off their cool photos, different options with the Trouble Bubble, people could buy them. So that's weird. Also weird, not that these guys are sold out. There we go. Snowjob, sold out now. We knew the Cobra Valkyries were sold out just as people were starting to get them, showing them off. I don't understand this practice because I feel like this is a better way to have people buying your stuff. As more people are buying them, getting people excited, people who are on the fence going, maybe later could buy them, but now they can't. So it's really odd and weird. Hopefully they'll get some in stock soon enough. I wish they did a Backshot the Leaper MCU figure from the new Infinity Saga wave. Since they're doing a new Captain America and stealth suit from the opening of the Winter Soldier, I'd buy it. Would have bought a 2-pack of that too. Wookiee Sasquatch. I still have a Ghost in my card on Hasbro Pulse. I really want to see if it'll still let me complete the order at this point, but I can't afford another 500 just as an experiment. Do it. Do it. Blake says, yeah, not sure why the old Mandarin costume is offensive. Alex Ross just paid an homage and it got published. The voice on the 60s cartoon is offensive. And that's what I was kind of thinking, that maybe if they're putting it out there, I mean, in other material, I don't understand what the problem is. Maybe Alex is like, I'm not doing it if I can't put Mandarin in the old school way. But I don't know. It's based, I think, on traditional Asian dress robes, pretty regal. Yeah, I don't know, Blake. But again, I'm not going to say what's offensive to another culture, just like I wouldn't want another culture say what's offensive to me as a black person. Have you ever read the Marvel Might Masterworks? I don't understand why they haven't done Iron Man and Ant-Man yet. They've done Captain America, Doctor Strange, X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk. I don't know. I mean, there are lots of things that Marvel does, and I'm kind of shaking my head and wondering why are they doing this, but yeah, I don't get it. Snow Glare. Who's buying that Flint? I don't know. I don't know anyone who's interested in Tiger Force Flint. Doc Avenger, I need Eels too. I need one, but I need like 6 in reality so I can have Torpedo and the eventual wetsuit outnumbered undersea and then to go harass shipwreck above ground or on the docks. What is Firefly figure, or is it already out? Where are I going to get? Well, not from Hasbro Pulse, my friend. Long since sold out there. I wonder if our good friends over at Entertainment Earth have Firefly still available for pre-order. I do not believe he was, yes, an exclusive to Pulse. So you can actually pre-order Firefly right now. And while he's still in stock over at Entertainment Earth or coming to Entertainment Earth, he's supposed to ship in December. So if you want him, get him, because I don't know how long it's going to be, because I think he's going to be one that may stay sold out for a while. Clover Supreme, what's up? Retro Crimson Guard went in stock yesterday for about an hour. I saw it and was like, before I finished the thought of, hey, I should get this. It was sold out. Still waiting to get that Retro Snake Eyes. So I need to re-up my Pulse Premium membership, so I'm not worried about like, what else am I going to put in this cart to get this past that shipping threshold? Because I do need to get it before I get this Giant Man pre-order. Randall says, Hasbro got me for Trouble Bubble and Marcus Brody 2-pack. Question, what if Hasbro gives us 3 12-inch Hank Pyms, 1 Giant Man, and this 2 early version of Goliath and Yellow Jacket? I would pay for that. I would. Yellow Jacket Giant is not the most exciting option for me. I would love to see Clint Barton as Goliath, as opposed to that Yellow Jacket. But I definitely would be in for a yellow and blue Goliath, early Giant Man. Yeah, I would be down for 12-inch versions and have multiple options. That would be really great too, for sure. So yeah, I'd grab that. Yeah, my snow job should be shipping soon. Also, you are loving it. G-Bro, I have no connection to G.I. Joe. I was born in 89, but I've been tempted to buy that shipwreck because my dad was a sailor in the 70s. All I've heard from people is how great that shipwreck figure is, so I don't think you'd regret it. You might get sucked in because the Classified series is an awesome line. Randall says, I've got 2 eels. I haven't unboxed them yet. Oh, man. What are you doing? They look cool. James, I really don't understand why pre-orders sell out. Either they should just have a limited pre-order window, then reopen for regular sale when they're in stock. Exactly. I mean, I just don't understand it at all. Shipwreck is one of the best classified figures in the line. I'm not even a huge fan of the character, but his figure is shockingly cool. Jalen, I did say I need a retro Snake Eyes, and he keeps being sold out. And for first I was like, the one with Timber's fine, but then we got Rock and Roll, we got Grunt coming, we've got Clutch coming with the Vamp. Woohoo! So yeah, I kind of feel like I need the old school Snake Eyes with a satchel. I mean, I do. Short answer, yes, absolutely. Reminds you of Ultimate Alliance. I need to play Ultimate Alliance because I feel like it's been a long time since I went through X-Men Legends, X-Men Legends 2, and then the Ultimate Alliance games. I feel like they would get me hyped up for so much more. I just need to figure out where I need to put my PS2 and my PS3 so I can play those games again. But yeah, I'm with you. Brick and Tire, how did they make an Army Builder an exclusive? Desert Snake Eyes should have been the exclusive in the EO standard release. It makes 0 sense, and especially because it was Amazon, you figure they would have plenty in stock like they have with every other exclusive, except for this one. But yeah, I don't get it. Kendra says, for the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy DC Multiverse figure, I think the figure's gold label figure should be her in the green costume she wore in the scene when she breaks Mr. Freeze out. Maybe that's where they're using an excuse for a green label comic book Poison Ivy. Ronan X33, Flint, or is that 1033? Flint needed to get plastic surgery, aka a whole new figure. Exactly. I mean, I was fine with the figure first, but now, like, we've gotten so many great figures, so many definitive takes on characters. I'm looking at Flint. Flint's looking at me like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, we do need a better version. Because, yeah, I want my definitive version of my favorite G.I. Joe. Lefty T Lions, you've missed so much stuff. We had cake, cupcakes, bubblegum. It was amazing. Catch the replay. It's awesome. Jamelin, thank you. Appreciate that. Ryan, I wonder if Star Wars could do a troop builder set as a HasLab. If they all require slightly unique tooling, like what if they made a box set of 8 Ewoks? Oh, I would buy that for sure. I mean, I had a little bit of like hesitancy dropping $25 on Ewoks, but I could get 8, have a whole army of stormtrooper killers. I'd be all about it. So yeah, I'm with you. Let's make that happen. Hasbro. Skew Raider. I think the playsets will come out. They're similar to Grayskull and Snake Mountain. $80 one. Yes, won't be too much for them to make those origin style and retail them the same way. Attack Track for sure. Another vote for Attack Track. Blake, thank you so much for the amazing superfan. Thank you so much. Congratulations again on your 200 show. And this towards tomorrow, amazing. Hopefully, Giant Man HasLab. Thank you, sir. I'm going to put that to use getting that Pulse Premium membership back up. So thank you. Always appreciate it. Randall, November's going to DEF CON 1 with all the Joes. Anyfigs, McFarlane Multiverse, Superpowers, Black Series, Luke, yes, Vader, and R2, and Studio C. Oh, those are coming out in November. I mean, we could move some of these up for October for my birthday month so I can splurge and be like, it's for my birthday. Do it Bilbo style. Man, Ration Ultra Magnus coming out. Jeez. Merry early Christmas. Yes, sir. Have you seen those teaser pics for the Marvel Legends HasLab? Yes. Can't wait to get that cityscape diorama to display all my figures in. Great idea. Hasbro really knocked this HasLab out the park. They could do a Rancor and say, hey, instead of figures, we're going to have backdrops. I don't know if I would hate that idea. Put it on the shelf and make it work. Kelly, Jeff, don't you get tired of toy companies making fans jump through hoops for the figures? Really wearing me out. I will say for sure that's annoying, especially with figures that it's like they're not in stores. You should make them readily available online so everybody can get them. I mean, is there a purpose? Do they get a reward for stuff being sold out? Because I feel like Amazon should want to sell more Cobra Eels. Walmart should want to sell more retro figures. The sellout can't benefit anyone except for people who want to resell figures. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like there's a window to have figures available, and that window shouldn't be closed anytime soon. So, especially when it's like, hey, it came out this year. That window should stay open for a year. And then after that, it's fair game for everybody to make their money. Absolutely. Thank you, Blake. Have I seen the images for the DC Multiverse figures based on Batman animated series? The Scarecrow's unmasked head just doesn't look right. The wave overall looks really cool. I don't know if I like the cell shading, but I think being able to make a collectible Condiment King is very cool. Wookie Sasquatch, I would definitely buy an Ewok Troop Builder pack. Of course, gotta hang out with them. G-Brew, I sure like another shot at the Hellfire Club goons. In every army builder they put on Pulse. I don't know. It seems weird. I don't know the inner workings of how they create this stuff, but I feel like every year they should just keep army builders always available on Pulse. Stormtroopers, all the variations of the Stormtroopers they've done. Death Troopers, droids, battle droids, super battle droids, the Death Troopers from Mandalorian, always available. The Hellfire Club goons, the AIM, Hydra, Scrolls, just keep them up there. Don't place limits. I mean, that was what was so weird. They had pre-orders to get this stuff, and it was like, whoa, you can only get 5. Why would you limit it? If somebody wants to buy 25 Hellfire Club goons, why stop them? So weird. But yeah, I'm with you. All right, I'm gonna really not butcher your name. The Youngyo Hall. Okay, please let me know if I said that correctly. How about a Giant Man with interchangeable parts so that you can make 3 or 4 different versions of Giant Man? They can include 4 different heads to make different Giant Man costumes or characters. Way back when I first was banging the drum for a HasLab Giant Man, I said they could do his second attire because he basically wore like these shoulder pads and a helmet that went over the original look. I felt like that was something they could do, and I would be happy if they did that as well. Because he just was like costume crazy with Waff. Like, yo, it's a new issue. Let's change up our costumes. And another thing I thought was really cool, and I was talking, I think, to Ryan about it, that they could do borrow a page from SH Figure Arts, borrow a page from the Black Series team, or borrow a page from Hot Toys and have face plates. And I was with face plates, so you couldn't hear me. But a face plate setup where you just take off the mask portion, remove it, and have different expressions. So you get the stern, serious, neutral expression. You get a smiling one like, hey, Jan, you won't believe what I just discovered. You could do an angry, intense one like, you have that. So you have 3 different face plates. Wouldn't cost a whole lot of money, not anything extra, but that would be a nice addition to them to add some more to your Giant Man figure. Because it's not like we're going to get multiple ones. I think that would be a way to get some more variation in your display, like we've seen with some of these other figures, like Galactus. So maybe that's something else they could do too. Brent Dash, what's going on? Just started watching your stream about a month now. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me for a month. Congratulations on 200 show. Keep it up. I absolutely will. 201 is dropping early tomorrow. Well, I guess at noon. Maybe 12:15 after I finish my exasperation of like, wow, what an amazing HasLab. Afton Charles, what if Hasbro did Slave 1 for the next HasLab? But it's for the Black Series figure. Put your 6-inch Boba Fett in. That should be something that should be easy too. So yeah, that would be another one. I wonder what the cost for that would be, because if you do that ship, then I'm going to go, what's it going to cost to do a Black Series Millennium Falcon? Just asking for me. I'm the friend that wants to know. Because that would be my, for the Black Series, my grail item, like the one that's probably never going to get done, maybe never happen, even with the benefit of a HasLab, but it'd be something I would love to see. So for sure. Yeah, let's get a Slave One. With you, Slave One, not whatever the heck they're calling it now, is Slave One. Because he puts people to take him away. Anyway, G Brew, with all my figure book pre-orders coming this fall, I'm gonna have to work mad overtime. I've been avoiding it because the factory I work at does not have air conditioning. It's not the move. Here in Maryland, it's still like in the high 90s. It's like 95, 96. Taking my stroll through Target, like, whew, a little bit breezy, and not in a good way out here. It's like all the sweat's creating breeze because it's still way too hot. So hopefully that AC will kick in, or the breeze from the fall will kick in, because working in a factory is not fun in any condition, especially when there's no air blowing through. No air, no air. Put another one down for the Ewok Village. Would be an awesome HasLab. See, stuck with you. I'd buy that too. Wookiee Sasquatch, it better be, because if not, I'm going to just print out something with a matching font and tape it onto the box. Slave One, darn it. I'm making my own Ewok village. All the supplies are free from the woods behind my house. That's how my house is. It's just like woods. But then I have to watch out for the random fox and the deer patrol that likes to come through at 10 o'clock or 3 a.m. in the morning. So, yeah. Robert, we'll see you soon, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Even just a little bit, appreciate it. Jibber, if you order army builders off Pulse, break them up across multiple orders. 2-figure limit only applies by order. Figure that out with Retro Multiple. That's good to know. I know that. Should have grabbed way more of those scrolls, etc. Skew Raider, hoop jumping, then the sold out, and arrival slamming. The arrival slamming is major, especially when they change the date when something's supposed to come in. Yeah, we know we said it was coming in December, but what about tomorrow? It's not even payday Friday. Better coordination is needed. We'll buy more. It'll be good for the lines, Joe especially. Yeah, because you know, if there was no cap on army builders, or if you could just buy them and like, hey, I know if I want to buy 2 more Crimson Guardsmen, I can make that happen right now. That would be great for that line in particular. Wookie Sasquatch, have an awesome date with the wife. Have a good night, everybody. Keep up the great job. Thank you so much. You guys, you crazy kids have fun too. Jamlin, after the initial supply sells out, they can just keep the army builder characters on back order until the next time the MOQ is met. Yeah, I don't understand it. The army builders for sure should be something that's just constantly there. Randall, I hope the Legends crew uses that great new Black Widow body for new Jean Greys, Scarlet Witches, Wasp, MJs, just every female figure redone would be awesome. Black Widow heads look great on Scarlet CoverGirl. And I think that was the point where I was like, I need to hurry up and get this Black Widow, because I did not open up my CoverGirl yet because of that face. That face. And I was like, oh man, now there's a way better option for her. And I was like, oh no, now I can't find Black Widow. So hopefully she'll be back in around me soon. Let's do Lions BK. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Cheers and congratulations on your 200th episode. Thanks for creating this space. Here's to many more figure files being filed. You know it, my friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Ryan, do you think we'll see NFL starting lineup reveals at PulseCon? Do you want a $60 Nick Bosa? What becomes of an NFT? So, funny thing, and someone had just watched the long ago episode I did on Hasbro's starting lineup and how that line was just doomed right from the start because they did not seem to have any idea what the heck they were doing. Let's check this out. So if you go to Pulse right this moment, you will see all the brands from Hasbro. You'll see Transformers. You'll see G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, Nerf, even Dungeons and Dragons, Avalon Hill, Hasbro Gaming. Then you go to other brands because it's like, hey, where's this thing where I get my NBA players? Ghostbusters, Magic Gathering. So they're not even listing starting lineup on Pulse. So you could potentially find them and go, oh, cool, I want to get a LeBron James figure that's horrendously overpriced. You can't even find it easily. I'm sure you could track it down some way, but that is terrible that this line that should have been so easy for them to make work had one series and it was done. I am still amazingly perplexed by that because this was the time last year where they were like, check it out. We got, I know it's the start of football season, but we got basketball series coming out. So weird. And they did everything wrong with the execution of that line. Maybe there's gonna be a 30 for 30 on it because jeez, that should have been a hit and it just hit the ground so hard. The fire spray, I think it's called, something like that. It's a weird name, and I understand why they're doing it. They don't want people to get upset, but I mean, somebody's gonna get upset with everything. C Ready says Jalen facts. They need to start making waves of their successful lines, especially that's why Joe comes to mind when they see sold out on Pulse and Amazon, etc. That means make more. Dude, if I could underline, highlight that anymore, I would. It's like you would want to keep pumping out what sells out. I don't want Toxo Viper necessarily. I mean, I do, but you know what I'm saying. I want eel. I want more eels to join the collection of no eels that I have on my shelf currently, but make more figures of stuff that's selling. It shouldn't be that hard. And it's like my one complaint about the Classified series line. I want something, I need to be able to get it all the time, everywhere. So, yeah, Jamlin, even if the army builders went away for a while, they should bring them back in a year or so. Yes, maybe just post one at a time in rotation so there's always something available. Jamlin, let's get your resume to Hasbro marketing and product release because you got some ideas. I don't understand why Hasbro is not doing this. Amazing. Do I think Man 8 is offensive? I'm thinking comic book head mindset. I am sure if I was thinking from a, hey, check it out, I think because he's a bad guy, my offense alarm isn't triggered as much. I think if a hero was dressed like that, I'd have some issues, but he's a bad guy. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe the story is kind of like more of a, if you know the backstory with the character, it's not as offensive. I don't know. Whatever. It's what it is. Ronin. Maryland is a furnace right now. We need that storm. Yes. By the mighty winds. Yeah, we need storms coming through for sure. Hopefully in a black, in a white outfit or the silver outfit, whichever way. 115 degrees here in Arizona. Is it a dry heat or is it just, is it inferno where Goblin Queen is like, I've got too much. I've got too much. I need to dress for the weather. Just get ready. M'Baku with a dope costume will work. Just call him M'Baku like they have. Yeah, I think the combination of the outfit and the name is like, what's going on? But yeah, just change up the name. Maybe that will work. Do it as a Pulse exclusive. G-Brew, they should do multi-packs of all army builders and keep them in stocks at all time, like sell singles, 4-packs, and 10-packs. I think people would be down for that. You know, G-Brew, I would be down for a 4-pack of army builders. I don't even necessarily need all AIM, or Hydra. You could do one of each. You could do a Hydra soldier, a Skrull, Hellfire Club Goon, an AIM soldier. Just make that a 4-pack. And that way, I can just say, yo, I need more additions to my armies. I'll take 4. And just keep making them like that. That's another way to go. Just there's so many different ways they can put out these army builders. I feel like they're not being inventive and creative enough to make it work. M. Sud says, Giant Man sounds like a pretty bland idea. But you've got to wait to see what comes out tomorrow. So maybe they'll work it out. Jalen, man, I ordered Black Widow 3 times and she keeps getting canceled. So frustrating. It's funny because my stores are just like, she's out of stock, player. What are you even doing? So let's see. Let me just go to Target app right now just to show you exactly how dire the situation is for this one figure. This is like the only time it's been this pathetic for anything with Marvel or G.I. Joe. There we go. Yeah. Pick up. Not available. Delivery out of stock. Shipping not available. How is shipping not available for a figure? Put it out. It's so weird. I mean, the window hasn't been that wide for them to go, sorry, we only put out 100 figures. It's weird. Granted, me and my wait till it gets on clearance is getting backfired so poorly here, but I feel like they should have more in stock. That sold out and scramble is not helping them long term. It needs to be easier to get the items. Fact. Snowblade, they knew what they were doing when they called it starting lineup and not finishing. They should have called it that, because that would have been much better and more appropriate. Cheaper, I work in a plastic extruding and injection factory. If it's 80 degrees outside, it averages 150 degrees on the floor. Scrape rate goes through the roof every summer. I believe it. Good gosh, that is insane. Hopefully, they have some good air blowing through there. Jeez. Ski Raider, along with sticking to the schedule, they stay too. They move it up. It's causing people to have to drop orders and wow, sold out. See the problem? Yes, absolutely. Kelly says starting lineup started at $80 in Canada. A swing and a miss. Yeah, that is a non-starter right from the jump. Ryan, I still think they should have transferred the NBA contracts to G.I. Joe. So we're not getting classified refrigerator Perry, but we get Tiger Force Steph Curry and Cobra Officer Jason Tatum. Who would Ben Simmons be? Doc Ranger, I think the licensing killed that line. And it's weird because you would think that they would consider maybe this is too expensive. Like maybe people won't pay $50 for these figures at the jump. Maybe we don't need officially licensed sneakers because yeah, there can be some sneakerhead crossover with these figures, but I think the action figure collectors should be the priority over accurate sneakers. And then going, these figures are so authentic when there's no tattoos. It was weird. I really think that if they had just said, you know what, let's skip the modern players, let's try to get a Legends line, I think that would have worked. And then they could pepper in the current day stars after they built some equity and people were like, oh, I like this line. I like these figures. They're fun to pose and do the whole basketball rivalries. I think that would have been, I think we would have paid $30, $40 for having a Magic versus Bird, Pistons versus Bulls setup, as opposed to trying to be convinced to spend $50 on current modern day players. I don't know. Jerry's curious and search starting lineup on Pulse. They do show up that way. Well, there you go. You can still grab them. That's cool. Is third Ant-Man Eric O'Grady offensive? No. I just don't think he's popular enough to get a figure right now. Mike Rowe, what's going on? I want more Hellfire Girls. I have the max out, was it 5? And yeah, because I mean, Wolverine can take out 5 of them, no problem. But yeah, I would buy more of every army builder they put out there except for the hand ninjas in black. They just make them available because I would have no problem constantly buying more of those army builders. I feel like they need to do that. I'd like them to get around to doing Purifier. Cool look, Purifiers from X-Men like army builders. Probably wouldn't do it though. I mean, there's somebody's gonna be offended by basically everything. I can't believe. Yeah, I mean, they can't worry so much about people being offended because I don't know who's really checking action figures ready to be offended. I mean, you see the
You back on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not on that?
It's okay.
It's fine.
Okay, I think I'm back. My ridiculous Wi-Fi has been going on and off throughout the day. There we go. So thank you for you brave souls who decided to stay here with me. It was crazy. Yeah, my internet and power has slipped off and on 4 times today. So of course, I decided to do it again tonight. So thank you all for sticking around with me. Me and the tech squad were working frantically, but now we're back on Let's Do the Thing again. Alrighty, there we go. Pull up my stuff back on here. And Ace Kid, I am back. Hasbro was fed up with our criticism. Iron Builder was one thing, but starting lineup is a sore spot. Yeah, they're like, you're out of here. Kelly, you're absolutely right. This heat wave has been ridiculous in my area. It's just been like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Yeah, it is crazy. Like 200 was too off the charts. We're getting too wild on this, man. It was wild in here. Froze like a popular meme right now. I'll leave it at that. Stream that is. Come back. McMurphy somehow Palpatine returned. And this time he didn't advertise it to the whole galaxy. I am back here. All right, let's see here. The arc toys down. I always talk about the good stuff, so we try to balance it out. We still on the line. Criticism is so we can get the items we were talking. Give up. That'd be different. Better hear us though. I'm back, 80s kid. Quick, smash that like. All right, let me see. I think now I'm caught up with everybody. Hey. We can hear me. All right. Back on doing the thing. Crazy. There's the perils and dangers of doing this live. But we're back and we're doing the thing. It lives and we're back. Thank the maker. Rolling in that thunder tape. We have never been more back than we are now. Oh, Doc, yours is doing that too. It's been crazy today. I figured when the sun was gone, it'd be all right. We're still here. Thank you. Appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Can't keep a toy guy down. Nah, not today. Most wanted new Legends troop builders. Kree soldiers. Yes, we definitely need them. Mole Man's Moloids. The leaders. Pink humanoids to fight the Hulk. The mindless ones. Now a bath. All right, so let's see here. You guys have been asking for this for a long time, and I finally decided I don't care how messy it looks. I'm going to show y'all part of the collection. So I decided I'd go with Marvel Legends because, why not? So let's pull this up. I have to dish the audio. But let's take a look here. Pause. There it goes. So I can properly cue this up. So this is Marvel Legends collection. I'm going to get my funky Wi-Fi look. So in case I pop out again, that'll be what happened. But this is how it's set up right now. Don't have any flying cool lights on it just yet. I saw some tiers that I think are really cool. Probably going to purchase them so I can stack them and actually display them at once. So, I have figures in the back. You see this top row. It is just wild because, I have to use a step ladder to get there. But let's take a look here. Break it all down. Let's go so y'all can see this more and less of me. All right, so let's take a walk through. And I try to keep this up to themes. So here's a Fantastic Four. You can see them. They're multiple looks. Black, then the white and blue burn look. The monitors in the back. And I got some FF adjacent characters, clearly needed dust. And High Evolutionary Fell took Tiger with him, or Thundra with him. This is the 80s era Burn X-Men, Burn Claremont on the side. Then we move over to the Jim Lee square. Yes, the Hexa stack for sure. And then we got the Jim Lee versions here in the middle. I'm planning to break them up so we can have a little bit more difference between the two X-Men era squads. And then we got the Avengers, of course, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, West Coast Avengers to the side. And we got the classic era, got that Giant Man, Goliath figure that I would love to replace. Then Giant Man, the Toy Biz one, hold it down in the middle. Wonder Man, Warbird. Then the more modern Avengers towards the back, because that's what we do with the modern ones. And then our White Vision that needs to be replaced too, because he needs to be replaced. Then we've got the Cosmic Shelf. So I got Black Bolt, Medusa again. Then we got the DNA Guardians of the Galaxy front and center for this spot. Captain Marvel, Corsair, needs the rest of his crew. Then I got some Skrulls lurking there. And then we got the Spider-Verse shelf. All the different versions of Spider-Man except for the main one, which is down on location being shot. And then we got the S.H.I.E.L.D. shelf where no S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are. The street-level heroes. So you got them chilling. And then we've got the Deadpool section, more modern Avengers, Champions shelf, X-Force. Then we take it all the way around up to the top here. Then we got the Sentinels, Toy Biz versions, Hasbro versions. Main villains on this mid shelf here. Galactus needs to get replaced by the more modern one. The HasLab version. Then I got my circular display with X-Force, X-Factor, X-Factor 2. And now we're taking on to the villains. Thor Squad. On this section, Wrecking Crew needs to be sized down. Loki. Then we've got the Iron Man. See my poor Mandarin there. And we got some cat villains on this side too. Hulk Crew, Iron Armor Self shelf. And then we got some more of the Thor characters. So we got them hanging out there. So you see them. Then we got the Spider-Man villains because they needed their own shelf, their own space. This is old school. Venom went down thanks to Chameleon. And I realized I started shooting. And then Mysterio toppled over as well. Can't stand when these guys do that. It is so annoying. And then we got the X-Men. This is the more 70s, 80s crew. Silver Samurai, Juggernaut Black Tom, Arcade. And we take it on to the other shelf here. Which way we go? To the bottom. More Spider-Man villains. More modern takes of characters like Mysterio. Then our Age of Apocalypse shelf. I still need to flesh this out some more because, geez, so many left. Then my 90s shelf. So we got the Thunderbolts, we got the New Warriors, Sleepwalker, Armored Daredevil, Deathlock, Sabretooth. There you go. So that is the just about done. Need of more hex squares, lifting them up a little bit more. And yeah, so that is the shelf as it is right now. It's going to get fixed up some more because, yeah. After Child, where are you going to put your HasLab Giant Man at? Yeah, I'm going to swap out the Toy Biz one, and I'm going to take all my really cool Toy Biz figures, the replaced ones that have a superior version from Hasbro, and put them onto a different shelf. I don't want to get rid of them, but I need to do something else with them. So I'm going to keep them, not do anything wild, but for sure, keep them in the collection. Fire display. Thank you so much, Ski Raider. And need to dust and get some more work on that. I forgot I didn't show you guys the Alpha Flight Defenders section, but yeah, gotta get him there. Thank you, Stug. And that is for sure what I've been looking at because I need the risers. Don't have as many steps as I want. Kelly, need to get that Goliath. That Goliath is honestly not worth it. It's built off that Icon Cyclops mold, and the articulation is so janky. It barely moves. I have to have it propped up against that wall because it topples over, can't stand up very well on its own. So I wouldn't pay whatever the going rate for that figure is. Hopefully Hasbro will make one soon because that one definitely is one that needs to get replaced. I mean, we need 3 versions of Goliath. We need Hank, Clint, and Bill Foster. So yeah, Ghost Rider. Yeah, Had to get him. Still holding out the shelf space for Dan Catch. But yeah. Ski Raider Hank is the main offering, but I'd be surprised if they offer Bill Foster too at some point. If they don't, yeah, for sure. Thank you, Afton. Excuse me. Thank you, 80s Kid. Creating daily. Congrats on your 200th episode. Love your positive energy every show. Thank you so much, Creating Daily. Ryan, the promo images for Marvel and Hasbro's Beyond Earth's Mightiest campaign. It shows Carol Danvers in her original costume, what looks like a classic Falcon. Maybe they're coming later this year. I would love to get both of those figures. I love Carol's original costume, and I kind of like that look with the longer hair from Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And I think that Warbird head would work just fine for that look. So hopefully, I would happily take both of those figures too. Ski Raider, dope setup with the risers will be even. Yeah, I saw some and I'm like, that's exactly what I want. I need those in the collection pronto, especially for displays like the X-Men, the Avengers, even the Defenders. I think I could do some cool stuff with them too. So absolutely want to do that. Hey Rodriguez, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a little while building up, but fortunately, thanks to clearance sales, it's not as expensive as I once thought it would be. G Brew, I'm really looking forward to the Mayfix Age of Apocalypse Cyclops because the Marvel Legend version wasn't great. And Cyclops is always my favorite. You're my guy because, yeah, Cyclops, such a great character. And he's got done dirty by Marvel multiple times, but I'm still rocking with them because that's my man, Cyclops, Scott Summers, the man. Green Man, sick. Thank you. Jamelin, looking good. I'm always trying to get my setup together. My need for more risers is real. Dude, it is absolutely something. I'm like, you need to get the risers ASAP. And I'm also looking at finding a way to make my easily followable figures, creating new words here, to stand. So I'm looking at this way I saw it on Reddit. Guys are putting little small magnets to the peg holes. Probably not wouldn't work for these guys, but they stand just fine. And we've got stands to help them. And plug in a little washer, make them stand. So definitely Chameleon, because he always falls thanks to those tiny, tiny feet of his. He'd be really good one for that. So definitely want to get some more risers and have a little bit more fun putting them in some dynamic poses, kind of like how I had my Spider-Man Spider-Verse setup. But yeah, I can't wait to do that with them. Tom Finn, thank you so much for the 1999 super chat. Congrats on your 200th episode. Hoping for a very happy Friday tomorrow. You better believe it. It's going to be off the chain. Can't wait for that show. Dog, congratulations on the 200th episode. Keep them coming. Someone on Reddit posted the Giant Man with it for a short time. The price was $199. Where is my pen so I can sign up pronto? Man, that price is gonna, it's funny. It's like, oh, it's only $200, but I'm so happy about that. And yeah, that's the price. I'm on it. Yes, let's do it. Mikey Rowe, hope they re-release that Warbird Miss Marvel. I've always wanted this figure, and I think she holds up well. She's not a stick figure like some of these female figures they've been making lately. She's got the bicep swivel articulation point, which is great, kind of ahead of its time because so many don't have it. Double jointed elbows, so she's really posable and really fun figure. I love posing her and just kind of putting her in the mix of my Avengers action sequences because really great figure. And I'm with you. I really hope they do because everyone who missed out on that figure really should get her because awesome, well executed figure. Power Turtle Buster figure reviews. I'll start buying one Legend. Once Legends go on sale, you can find some really good sales for Legends. Hit up Ollie's. You can get them $10, in some cases even cheaper at this point. Ryan, thanks for rolling with me, man. I will see you tomorrow. Not bad. When they do right, they'll get dapped. Hope that's the price. Hopefully for sure, because that price is a winning one. So, anyone get the Marvel Select Sue Storm next month? I'm really on the fence with it. I'm going to need to see that figure in person. And it looked like when they showed her and Reed together, the blues didn't match up, which was confounding to me. I'm like, what are y'all doing? If nobody else on the Fantastic Four has matching colors, you need it to be Reed and Sue. You need them to match up. So it was really odd, and I'm hoping that was just some bad lighting, and hopefully it'll work out. Henry G, what's going on? A little late to the stream, but glad to be here. Glad to see you. Congrats on 200. Thank you so much, man. Hey, speaking of army builders, when is Hasbro going to make a new Brood figure? Yeah, because I didn't buy that one. What set was that for? Is it Danger? I don't even remember what the builder figure was. It the Brood Queen? Yeah, we need some Brood figures. Those would be very good and great army builders. How goes it, by the way? Awesome. I mean, we're getting Giant Man showing up tomorrow, and apparently the price is $200. It's a big win. So I don't even know how much I care that much about the tiers now, because that price shows they learned the lesson. $350 Engine of Vengeance in sale, we'll slash it. We're gonna make Giant Man for $200. Learning the lesson is a great deal. So that works out really well. See Raider, unless the fingers are articulated and the pin particles actually work forever, that's an accurate price for it. For sure. Giant Man is $100. Looks like $199, $200, but that's price is a good price. Yeah. Ski Raider, let's see what they put in there with it. The price, but good ballpark. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that price point. That works for me. I'm not gonna be too down on them if that's the way they go with it. Let's see here. There were some other cool figures that were shown, and I just thought these were cool. Not you. Let's take you up to the stage. These Black Series Christmas edition figures. We got the Purge Trooper as the Nutcracker. I really steered away from these, and it's like, dude, these are fun. Some of these have been kind of wacky with the ugly sweaters, but I kind of like this version. And I don't know, I haven't gotten these, but I really like the design. And he comes with a gold box droid piece too. I didn't have any Purge Troopers, so this, I don't know. I didn't think I'm going to get this figure because it looks like it posed pretty well. And it's just, I'm like, look at what I got for Christmas, Mom. That looks really fun. And I love this picture. So cool. And then we got another one. We got Salacious B. Crumb and the Jawa dressed up like Santa. And this is another wacky set too. And yeah, I have not gotten any of these, but we got Salacious looking like the Grinch here, stealing Christmas, and 3PO's eyes. Kind of like, don't love the price tag, but really fun additions to the line as well. So I have to grab these figures here for sure. Randall, I wish we could get some green shirts for Joe to army build. Well, we got the Grunt figure, and he is essentially an army builder. And they kind of made it where you could take off the head sculpts and you could just army build till your heart's content, really, with this guy. So, I mean, you got him, and this is the basic Grunt look. But you could take out the head, and they gave you this steel core head. But you could do whatever kind of army building you want. And he's certainly a green shirt because you see in the background, they've got the helmets on, but he would work for any character headpiece you want to swap on there with him, and you'd have an army builder. I'm just getting this one because I don't want green shirts in my Joe army, but he definitely works in that end. Kelly Cox says that's a definite need. Brood figures in a new Queen bath. Feel like maybe that would be a great. Made the Brood Queen a deluxe figure and make a 2-pack of Broods. Oh, G Brew, I just picked up the old Brood Queen at Applejack's Toys in Cleveland for $110. Pretty happy with it. That's not a terrible price for a Build-A figure from way back then. How's it paint on it? Does it need some more help, or is it pretty solid on its own? I love that Nutcracker Clone Trooper. Yeah, Alton, I think it's a really cool variant there they did with that time. These look like some of the better holiday ones they've ever done so far. Yeah, I mean they're fun. I forgot there was another one I wanted to show because they just went off and had a lot of fun with this set. And I don't mind a little bit of cool, crazy, wild stuff. Where's the other one? I can't find it now. Let's try it one more time. All right, I guess he sold out already. But they have an Ewok, and I cannot find him. Or yeah, I don't think he sold out, but maybe he's an exclusive to Pulse or something. Bazooka is dope. 80s kid, pick him up. They should have done an army builder wave with a -1 wave. Yeah, that would have been great. And I don't know why we have all these ideas, and it feels like so few of them translate to the Hasbro team who could make these figures. But yeah, that is an awesome idea. Paint's excellent. The ladies can use better articulation. She's just sitting back, chilling, waiting on her crew to do what they do. But yeah, I'm with you. Every time we get articulation, that's a good deal. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's it. So this was a figure that we're getting from Boss Fight Studios. I know how many of you all check out Major League Wrestling Fusion. It's fun, definitely an alternative to AEW and WWE. But they're actually doing a Micro Man figure. I hate this price point of $22.99 for him. That's kind of ridiculous, but otherwise, this is a fun figure. He's just the right height compared to the rest of them, and he doesn't have a ton of articulation because that would make this $22.99 price point better. But I really think this is a fun addition to that line, and I think they're doing some fun stuff with this line here. They should do Santa Claus Clone Trooper. We know they're going to get them soon. Stickman, happy 200, Jeff. Do you have a trouble bubble coming your way to Pulse Ship Mine? I'm just wondering what's up with Pulse. I mean, I was like all set for my email. Your guys are on the way. Oh, you just get it. Yes. My order has left the building. So I may do a video breakdown since I've got two. So I can do one with the photography for Lyles Movie Files and do a video here for you all. I like how those proportions look on the Lucha figs. Yeah, I think they work out pretty well with those guys. They go with the fresh Monkey Fiction Santa line too. You're right. Yeah, man, for sure. That would be cool. All right, well, congratulations on the bubbles, Jeremy. Thank you, Ski Raider. I can't wait to put those guys in the air and imagine I've got 50 of them to descend on my Statue of Liberty. Jimmy, I've been considering that fresh Monkey Fiction zombie set. Zombie Santa. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. You got to get them fast. I think they're selling pretty well. All right, well, that's it for 200 because I'm going to be back here tomorrow as soon as that Pulse video drops and we can get Giant Man laid up on that HasLab Marvel Legends setup. So thank you all for hanging out with me, bearing through the blackout that was the 200th episode. We had to have some hijinks on this episode, but thank you all so much as always for hanging out with me. I'll be back here tomorrow talking about the Marvel Legends HasLab Giant Man. We're going to do this thing and with episode 201 really early. So see you all then. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. This episode of Lyles Figure Files has been filed.